Tuesday night. And what does that mean? It's the AV Life podcast. And I'm coming to you from San Jose, California. You are listening to and watching the AV Life.
I am Murphy Daly. You can find me on the socials at Written by Murphy. I am part of the AV community, working in project management for events and venues. And you're joining us for the AV Life.
And now I'm your host, Tim Van Wert, coming at you from the great state of New Jersey, and Hetma and higheratav.com and the great University of Rutgers. And you are watching and listening to the AV Life. Okay. Hey, it's the Monday before Infocomm, or at least by the time you're listening to us, it is. Like Nancy said, it's Tuesday night, but by the time this comes out, it's going to be the Monday before Infocomm. And we're going to just kind of talk a little bit about those last minute things. Like, as you're listening to this, it's like, what do I need to remember to bring? What do I need to do? Like, what should I be doing these last, kind of like those little things. But first, let me check
Insider tips.
the insider tips. Yes. I mean, among all of us here, we have a collective wealth of knowledge of
Mhm.
what to do at Infocom. Um, and in hindsight, I wish I had invited our good friend Joey Lloyd on. She's
Um,
usually really good to have here. So Joey, I'm sending this out here now. I apologize, I didn't get you on in advance, um, but I may have to pull you aside at Infocom. Um, yeah. First off, let me just our regular nightly check in. How are we all doing tonight?
Peachy Keen. Everybody says, "Oh, what are you doing for Memorial Day?" And I I slept in. Obviously, I needed sleep after
Mm-hmm.
being on the road. And then that crazy thing where you start cleaning out cupboards and realizing the backyard you haven't used for a year is really, really needing a cleaning. So I didn't even get a hike in.
Aw.
But I started Netflix binging on this Greek
uh-oh.
series that has two seasons, but they lip sync so well English
Hmm.
that I could handle it.
It's funny.
And I'm still not done it. And I'm trying. So that was my weekend.
Yeah. I would say it actually was a pretty decent weekend for me too. Like, I had a big barbecue on Saturday that we went over to a friend's house for, so that was like all day Saturday. But we actually did some binge watching as well. We went through that the Bronx Zoo documentary about the 1990 New York Yankees. Oh my God, it was absolutely insane. Like, for those, so just as a quick background for those of you who are baseball fans from the East Coast, and maybe so I'm 44. So 1990, I was 10. Yeah, these Yankee baseball players that I remember, like Dave Winfield, Jesse Barfield, like and Don Mattingly, like you knew. I idolized them as baseball heroes. I was that at 10, like that's what you knew. You knew that. To find out these stories that were happening behind the scenes, not that it shattered my dreams, but it was like, wow, they were really dealing with some crap back then. Like, it was like there was some real turmoil that was happening. So for those who are fans of the Yankees or of baseball in general, this is a really good. It's short like 5 episode mini series. The Bronx Zoo, Yankees of 1990. And I don't think it was Netflix. It was either Netflix or it was Peacock. I don't remember which one it was. Actually, I think it was Peacock. The more I'm thinking about it, so
And you enjoyed it.
oh, I loved it. Yeah. So
That's cool.
yeah, yeah.
That's
What
the thing.
about
You
you?
can't you
Oh,
can't keep track of the streaming services.
yeah. Don't
I
even get me.
mean, between my boys, there's Netflix, Paramount Plus, uh, Max, Amazon Prime, and Peacock.
Hmm.
Like, holy cow.
Yeah, it's been a lot to keep up with. Murphy, how was your weekend?
I got to on Friday, I got to see my daughter do oh my gosh. a violin performance with her high school. This was her last performance as a freshman. And one of the good things about living in a college town is the college lets the high school go into their like beautiful 100-year-old theater. It's more than 100 years old. It's like this gorgeous theater. And so it sounds marvelous. So we got to be there listening to, they're really good, you know? Um, we remember when she was in fourth grade and picking up and going, I can't use a bow. I'm going to just pluck all my music. Like, okay. Until she figured it out and she's gotten very good. So we got to hear this glorious performance. And then Saturday, goodness, what did I do Saturday? We had a good time Saturday. I was chilling out. Sunday, I went to see some friends. They had a backyard barbecue, and to my surprise and delight, my daughter agreed to come because she decided, this is the daughter update. She decided that she wanted to ask them questions to see how the world of adults really was outside of just her parents, because she was pretty sure we were weird. So she wanted to like ask them questions like uh just about their knowledge about history, because she's very much a history nerd, and my dad is her dad, my husband, is very much a history nerd, and I am relatively as well. But she's like, are they going to know? I mean, is this, because she she wanted to find out if she was what other people knew. And also she asked them things like, what kinds of sandwiches did you eat in lunch when you were in school? So this was interesting. So that was delightful. She ran the floor. She's like, okay. She had a note of like 20 questions she was going to ask. And everyone was like, okay, this is like playing Jeopardy or something, which was funny because the friend who was hosting actually did enjoy going on game shows. So this worked out perfect.
Nice.
So, so that was fun. And I was discouraged because at the beginning of the month of May, I had a bad reaction to one of my medications, and I've been exhausted since then. The reaction went through my body. My body is working except for being exhausted now. So I'm like, am I ever going to have energy again? But
Oh,
today, as you see, I actually have some energy. I only had to nap for about 10 minutes right before this, which is pretty good. I'm like,
Oh,
okay, can we keep this rolling?
yeah.
That's my hope. So,
well, I
yeah,
can
so it was
see
a good
that.
weekend.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you.
well, yeah, you gotta save up that energy for a couple
Right,
weeks from now.
right.
I know it's all
Murphy, are any of your colleagues going to Infocom?
Alas, that was not able to happen. There
Oh,
was there was some changes in the executive suite, and expenses are being more carefully watched. So I, in fact, am going on my own dime, and they are coming at all. So I'm like, I'll have to see if next year we could get it done. And next year is in Florida, so guys, you should have done it now. It'd been cheaper.
and it's a little earlier too next year. I think
Is
if I
it?
remember, yes, I think
is
so.
it?
But yeah, I believe so.
Can
Hold
you
on.
check the date for me?
Oh, and by the way, as we're recording this, we are 10 days out from Infocom. So, um, since we did our countdown last week too, we're 10 days. Hold on, Infocom.
I'm on a Disney cruise in May.
Yeah,
Mm. Like,
That would not
wait.
be good.
it's not, no, it's not like ridiculously early. It's just like another,
Couple days early?
yeah, it's like another couple days earlier, I think.
Okay.
Where is it? Where is future dates? Future dates. There it is. I knew I saw it somewhere. Yeah, yeah, it's like just a little bit earlier. It's June
Oh,
7th through the
oh,
13th.
Okay.
So like it's,
oh.
yeah, it's just like that extra like day or two. And then when we go back to Vegas, it pushes back again to the 13th through the 19th. So
That's
yeah.
even okay.
So yeah, it's like we almost go an extra week when we come back for Vegas in
Yeah.
26. So
It's like those seasons when Black Friday is too close to Christmas and it changes.
hmm yeah, well, that's what happens with
Yeah.
like our Christmas break and things like that. Like I think this next year it comes up like where Christmas falls. We are technically we work on the 23rd as well. Like even though the 23rd is a Monday, I think it's something weird. See, now I got to look at a calendar. Now I'm
Well, you
like,
know what? That was a total red herring. Let's talk about Infocom and let's
Yeah.
talk about the Hetma show.
yeah, I am.
Let's
Now I'm
talk
getting off
about that.
track. Yeah, I'm getting off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my red shirt making a red herring. I'm not. Um,
You have to have on the AV Life your background and then have CTS.
oh yeah, so I should, yeah, well, I could do that. I could change that. Hold on.
Yes.
Edit, rename.
We're
There we go.
doing squirrel.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, it's
Mhm.
all right. Well, if you're wondering if you want to see it, there it is. See, I changed it. CTS. There it is.
Uh,
You can, yeah, see now you have to go to YouTube so you could see it because now it'll be
See it
down
with
there at
your
the
own
bottom of my,
eyes.
yes, it'll be down there at the bottom and you'll see the moment that I just switched it. Um,
Hmm.
So yeah, so I'm really excited for this upcoming info. Well, and since we're talking about CTS, this is my CTS. Thanks to our friends at Sony. If you get your CTS at Infocomm, or if you have gotten it recently, and if you even if you have your CTS, I think I got enough of these little cool stress ball graduation caps. Come and see us at C5651 and you will find us. You can find me. I will have them on me and I will get them out to you and you can take one home. And as we are preaching, and we will preach more, we also have, thanks to our friends at Sony, I have 12 stainless steel water bottles. Well, now here's the catch with this. You need to come on Wednesday at 2 p.m. That's 2 p.m. Pacific time, the local time. Find us during the AV Life recording. I will give you one of these water bottles, but you have to be there between 2 and 3 p.m. So you got to come and get it at that time. And then you get to say hi to us on the podcast to get in, have yourself heard if you'd like. I'm not going to force anybody. So,
But now's your
and
chance.
was that?
But it's your chance.
But it's your chance. Yeah, if you want to meet us, if you want to have your voice heard on the AV Life, come on in. And then you could, and there's no, you don't have to stay long. You could just say hi and move along, and come and see all the things that Hetma has got going on at the booth as well. Yeah, see DJ Carbon, our friend Lyle, as he entertains us with the
Yep.
Bose sound system that we have. So thank you to
MSA
our,
12X.
there you go. Thanks to our friends at Bose for that.
Yep. Call them
Um,
a raise.
Yep. And and I would be amiss as we're thanking folks. Thanks to our friends at Sony, like I said, for the water bottles. But thank you to our friends at Shure for my MV7 Plus that you're hearing me on here today, and my Shure headphones as well. So thanks to all those wonderful partnerships that we have with all of our manufacturer partners out there. Um, and you can find and talk to us about all the wonderful Hetma approved products that we have there. There'll be different events throughout the 3 days. Uh, we have happy hours scheduled from our vendors as well. So make sure you stop by at the end of the day, grab yourself a drink, come and chit chat. Even if you're not higher ed, swing by and say hi. There's a place for everybody at Hetma. So
Yeah. I've
come,
encouraged that too. Is
yeah.
there an actual schedule then for every day of what's happening at the Hetma booth? Because I know, like, yeah, happy hours 2 hours before closing. I just read that.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
yes, there is. I will make sure we get one out. I'm pretty sure there's one on the Hetma community on that back end side, and I'm pretty sure it's on the open side, the open community for everybody to see. If not, we have a meeting on the day that you're listening to this. We have a meeting on Monday, and we will release any other schedules that we have at that point. We'll finalize the last little bits and make sure. But yeah, there's
yeah,
definitely a happy hour. I believe we still have chair massages coming
no,
through again.
well,
Nope.
um,
Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I
you
saw a
may
little
if
note.
you have other companies sponsoring it, but I know that for us this year, we're not sponsoring it.
Okay.
Now that's at the expo. if I
That's
understand.
at the
At
that's
the Booth
Wednesday through Friday.
Now, me personally, I'm
Yes.
not going to be able to go to the expo,
Hmm.
but there's an event prior
Yes, there is.
on Monday and Tuesday
Hmm.
for other people who also cannot go to the expo but want to have the Hetma goodness.
I love it. The Hetma goodness.
There's a whole other, what is it called? A summit,
The summit.
the
Yes.
peak, the summit,
Yes. The Hetma Education
where
Summit.
they all get together in one
Hmm.
place.
I am currently
That's
looking
a
to
good
see
time
if
too.
there is a schedule out there trying to get you higher. Sorry, I'm looking to see if I've got a anybody no. I know we have a schedule somewhere. All right, so I'm not gonna hold up anymore on this. Uh
That's part of the thing about Infocomm, I think, too, is there's a lot of networking opportunities. And the
Yeah.
networking opportunity begins even before HETMA starts
Mm.
because you have to
mhm.
network people to figure out what is happening where. It's not entirely obvious. So make friends, reach out to other people. Oh, right. For the newbies, the hashtag AVTweeps, go find somebody who uses that you might know a little bit or even don't know at all and say, hey, help me out here.
Exactly. Oh yeah, and
Mhm.
there's definitely going to be the tweet up at some point too. So you definitely want to make sure you find that information. I don't know where to. I haven't seen that one yet. That's always like a thing. Like so, I saw the CTI Tech on Tap, so I made sure I registered for that. Um, I am currently scrolling through all the. Oh, so yeah, we got tons of stuff coming up on Wednesday. So yes, there'll be schedules happening of what's happening at the booth. Um, whether it's the AV Life, Higher Ed AV podcast across the pond with Justin Dawson and Joe Way. They're going to be recording Justin's podcast as well. The Brave Space will be recording there as well. I believe that's happening on Thursday. I'm looking at here. Oh yeah, all things techie from Justin Dawson is also happening. Joe Way has got some with Avixa, Ed Tech for Aaron Montmoran, AVIT amplifier with Ryan Gray. That's happening. Like, actually, if you want to see some things that are happening, Thursday is really a busy day at the booth. Definitely for podcasts as well. So you can catch us all the higher ed AV podcasts are recording that day at the Hetma booth. So Thursday's your day at C5651. Um, yeah, and the schedule we have also has a bunch of edu sessions that are available. Well, they may be available at the rate that all the education sessions have been filling up lately. If you haven't booked your education session yet, you might have missed out on it. I believe all the floor tours are booked as well. So the one with
True.
Ryan, I think the AV Super Friends are doing
A
one
lot of
too, and
sold
that's
out.
yep. So they're all sold out, which is great, and that's just wonderful that there is like we've excelled that far with these booth tours. Um, so yeah, I'm looking at the schedule. I have to get an update. I will get an update about the chair massages as soon as I can because I'm seeing it on the schedule, but doesn't have a sponsor next to it, so I'm not sure if they're gonna
Mm.
happen. So, um, but yeah, we'll get a better. You'll see this out soon for those who are interested in that. So, in preparation though, I will say like I've already like I had to go shopping. Like I realized I was like out of cargo shorts, and I'm not making the same mistake as what I did 2 years ago at Vegas when it was 111 degrees every day. So I have shorts and I got lightweight shirts and things like that. So I'm
Our cargo shorts, even, you know, there's a lot of bulk.
oh well,
That's a very lightweight short.
but it still like doesn't cover the lower part of my leg.
Okay.
So
Okay. So that's sufficient for you.
for me, that's sufficient. Yes,
Okay.
that's yeah. I don't.
Actually,
I like
I,
having the utility of the cargo pockets. That's
true.
why.
That's true.
Uh,
That the pockets. Yeah.
it's the pockets.
I
Yeah.
actually took a moment with my husband, who is a natty dresser. He dresses well. He has a lot of good button shirts, and he is a Dockers pants man for the most part, and he has the the twill shorts that he wears for sure. And I was like, well, I was wanting to change out my clothes because I don't know, Nancy, as a woman, do you ever get the urge to exchange your entire closet? I was having one of those days. It's like I hate everything I own. I need everything new. Not good for you. All
I
right.
have
Well, that
Huh.
clothes
happens to
from
me.
the 80s.
I never actually do it, but it usually is the beginning impulse of like to go shopping, right? So we're like, okay. So
Usually
I
it's
don't
because you want to change. You want to
exactly,
change in your life. And so you're
exactly,
like out with the old, in with the new.
exactly. So I was like, okay, I need to change some things. I thought, you know, uh, I wanted to do something nice for my husband too. So I'm like, okay, you need to get new pants. And I thought, all right, I will do something sweet for him. And I thought, okay, he has had the same. He even likes to buy the same exact kind of Dockers. You can do this is a whole thing. If you have a favorite item of clothing that has worn out, you can get the same exact thing off eBay or Poshmark and get that. I've done that before. Like a favorite item of clothing dies, you can get the same exact thing with tags and replace it. So he's that kind of guy. Same. So I was like, all right, I need to upgrade him. And so I went shopping at Lululemon. They
Mm.
make good man pants.
Is that how it's pronounced? I always go just Lululemon because I don't know how it's
I
pronounced.
may be
I think
wrong.
I dropped one of the Lus in there. I think I just go Lulamon. I think is all I go with.
Lululemon.
If I even say that, I don't think I've even actually
I
uttered
suppose I've
that
been
name in
reading it phonetically. So I was like, okay, he's a tall, lean man, and so he it's hard for him to find the exact right size. When we first um, met, his waist was slightly smaller, but now it's a difficult to find 33, 34. And so I'm like, okay, I think we can do this. So went down. Actually, what I did is I bought him a pair and had it brought to us, which I knew immediately as soon as as it was in the mail, he would try it on and say, "Oh, well, I need to exchange it," because that's how he is. And so then we had a chance to go into the store and we found a pair of shorts that were trim and tailored. And actually, the fabric itself was kind of uh, a mesh, which some shirts can be this way, but these shorts were actually this way. I'm like, oh, these are going to be good for hot weather. It's like this is a double upgrade. So he got the nice pants, and then he got these nice shorts that are fully breathable in all kinds of ways. So I'm like, my man got an upgrade. I get to walk next to him looking dapper. So this is a good thing.
Uh, you get to show them off, huh?
Yeah, and well, um, there's a thing that when the waist gets a little bit bigger, like the whole pants get bigger, and there's more fabric there than needs to be, and he, the pants just made his butt disappear. I'm like, come on, you can do better than this. So you need to have the right amount here rather than this like tent. So I'm like, hey, you can do better than this. You can look. He's like, what? I have no idea. I'm like, of course you wouldn't. I'm the one looking behind you. So um so we got an upgrade and this would be good. Just
And
this is a
all,
long way to say wear something cool to Infocom.
Oh, well, it's funny
oh,
you
yeah,
you
he's
talk
going to Infocomm.
He is not.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm telling the story that one could find ways to be cool in the hot. It will be hot
There you
here
go.
eventually, but
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Like you talk about those like straight leg, nice tailored shorts. Like I've owned one pair of those shorts like ever. Like, and that's because my
mm,
my world has always revolved around utility for
needing
my
lots of
for
pockets.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because even before I was doing AV, I was working as a in teen programming for the YMCA, and
Wow.
one of my things was running summer camp. So when you run summer camp, and when you're a camp counselor, camp director, like you need to have pockets for things. Like that's just the way it is. And I was basically told during, and this is, I know I've talked about my golf story for the golf outing that we raised money for for the camp through the YMCA. I was told, and I was given advanced warning that I was not able to wear my cargo shorts to the golf course because they are not of the
Oh.
correct dress code.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They have to be straight leg shorts. It's either straight leg or you got to wear khaki pants. And
Yes.
yeah,
There's a
no cargo
certain
shorts.
tone. There's a tone that
Hmm.
must be maintained.
Yep.
Hmm.
So my cargo shorts would have been too loud for that tone.
Right.
Oh,
So
you rebel, you.
I know, yes. Geez, I've settled down in my old age, you know.
Well, let's
Um,
talk Infocom.
let's talk Infocom. So
Not just
What
the
yes.
shorts.
what should
So
we look
yes.
out for? What should we do? I mean, I've done these
W-
for so long, it's just crazy.
So
But
yeah,
in
so
my
I'm going to say what we've always been saying. Make sure you drink water first and foremost. Like, make
Mm.
sure you're staying on top of it. Start before you even get on the plane to get to Vegas. So, or where, or drive, or whatever
Oh.
when you're on the road to Infocom. I was going to say on the road to Hetma, but on the road to Infocom, um, make sure you drink your water. Get prepped beforehand. Like James has said, like you're drinking for the next day. You're not drinking for the day of. So start it like before you even leave your house, um, and have that water and have bring a bottle or come and find us for one. So I'm going to start right there with that. Simple things. Wear comfortable shoes.
Mm.
I'm going to tell you from years of doing trade shows and wearing shoes that are inappropriate and then had to get bunion surgery that took over a year.
Ugh.
Didn't realize it was going to be a year and a whole bunch of other things. It doesn't matter. Just wear comfortable shoes. Honestly,
Mhm.
your feet will thank you in the future. You'll thank your feet in the future. You really have to throw out the fashion or get really cool shoes. I've seen so many women in New York City who have dresses on and then they're wearing, like white sneakers. But that
Mm.
is a very important point. Just be comfortable with your feet.
Yeah, function over fashion. I like that phrase, function over fashion.
Yeah.
So, but and obviously, if you're an AV sneakerhead, please, yeah, and meet up with Jennifer Weaver and uh, like Chris Neto and all them. They're gonna be all wearing their sneakers, so you show off what you got. So it's encouraged to show off your cool shoes.
Hey, yesterday I texted my boys. I bought a pair of Vans. Who in the world would have thought that I would buy a pair of Vans? But I bought them.
Nice.
They're white. And I just thought, wear them anywhere and they'll go with any type of outfit. And so I'm going to proudly bring them to Infocom. Just nobody step on them, okay? Because they're all white.
Well, somebody's gonna eventually have to do it, Nancy. That's just.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. Mm.
but that is important. I think I think getting an idea of where all the exhibitors are located. I mean,
Mhm.
even myself as an exhibitor, I do it just to see where my friends are
Mhm.
and where people are located. So that's a good one. And in the Infocom app, you can just add in, and then that way you can quickly look.
I
Just
was just opening it
for-
up.
yeah, yeah.
So if you sign into the Infocom app, but go ahead, Nancy, you can tell. While I'm doing this, actually I downloaded it yesterday and I haven't logged into it yet. So
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned, I do it for all of my AV network friends and acquaintances and stuff, and then I do it for myself so I can remember my booth number as well as Hetma's booth number. But it's all there in one place. And then that way it makes it easier for you for the ones that you really want to see and you don't want to miss out on. At least you've got a real handy place where it's all in one.
so you got your exhibitor search up here at the top. Session search. Oop, I gotta see if I can. There we go. Session
Yep.
search there. And now you know what I'm noticing. You got Ask Ava, powered by Open AI. So I'm gonna be
Ask
playing around
Ava.
with this a little bit. It says, "Hey, hi, I'm Ava, the new Open AI powered customer service bot for Infocom 2024. What can I help you with today?" So that's really cool. So hey, we get a little AI mixed in with our AV. So, and then yes, they have your My Show Planner. Now that's your key one right there. So that way you could block out everything and have it all ready to go. Um, and then obviously you have all your notifications in the bottom right hand corner. It's not loading for me
And
right now, but
and also I had I went to one Infocom. I'm not the veteran, but I went
mm,
to one, and I can say I'm advice for someone new: don't get uh too attached to the schedule that you have set for yourself, because things come up. A lot of things come up, and I was uh there were so many people that I wanted to see, so many things I wanted to see, that I had to uh, take a moment with whatever it was I was doing and know that I wasn't going to get to everything I wanted to go to see.
mhm.
So, I mean, if there's something you absolutely must see, prioritize that, but realize this is a big circus and you're not going to see all the monkeys.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. And I think if you've never been to Infocom, you don't realize the vastness of it.
Mm.
And so sometimes you just got to go with the flow.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I was I guess, for those who've been with us long enough to know, like, when I first went to Infocom, it was Orlando 2020. So it was
Mm.
that was the
Oh, the COVID.
the
Yep.
COVID one. Yeah, that was the COVID one. And like it was the low attendance and everything, which I think that made it so much better just in general because it was a smaller Infocom with smaller amount of people, a lot more intimate. There were still a lot of people, don't get me wrong, but not anywhere near like what we're getting these last couple of years. Um, but that helped like for me to get my feet wet to kind of understand what it's going to be like and you know um and I after last year with Hetma having the booth and everything like that, I had a newfound respect for all of our manufacturer partners, being on your feet and having to talk to everybody and being on the ball. Make sure, I will say yes, along with the being flexible about how your day is going and realizing that sometimes you're not going to get to everything. Also, take care of yourself first.
Mm.
Your physical, mental well being is number one. Don't worry about a party. Don't worry about a meeting. Manufacturer, I'm sure if you were to say to a manufacturer to say, "Hey, I can't make it to this meeting," I'm sure they would love the 15 minutes that you just gave them back because their schedule is probably slammed. Take care of yourself first.
Well, you
Uh,
won't realize. So, as a manufacturer, working a booth all day, you're exhausted, and then you're expected to be on the booth the next morning. But as an attendee, you're walking around all day. So then if you hear about these parties and you're wanting to go to those, well, you got to remember that you have to have enough energy for the next day and feel, tip top so that you can sponge in all the information that you're learning, whether it's in a session or talking to the different booths and things. So that is really important. If you really want to get a lot out of this trade show, is sure, I'm sure that the partying is fun, but just realize that, number one, what you're there for, and
Mhm.
that's to obtain information, new
Right.
technology, new solutions, or
So,
to manufacturers face to face and say, hey, why am I not getting my product?
well, hopefully we're kind of beyond that at this point. I know there's still some delays on certain things, but hopefully we're beyond that for the most part. Uh, at least I don't have to have any of those difficult conversations this time around. So,
I still get questions asked, and I think it's just because of projects that to make sure that everything's on time and there's no hiccups or what have you.
mhm. No, I understand that. Oh, that actually something I could need to look up. I got to follow up on tomorrow. That reminds me. Thank you. Thank you, Nancy.
What I'm here for.
Um, so yeah, remember what you're there for. Uh, Stay hydrated, take care of yourself. Um, be, be open. I think that's the other thing. I think, be open to anything. Yeah, I mean, and
And be safe,
yes.
because one year, and it was a Canadian integrator, he decided he had been at an event, was walking back on the strip, and saw through an alleyway his hotel. So he thought, oh, I'll just take a shortcut. And he ended up being robbed at gunpoint.
Uh,
And think about it, your passport and your money and all of that. So luckily he was safe. His passport was in his room, so that wasn't, but it's little things like that where you don't think. And same thing, you got to watch out for pickpockets and that. But that's a very important safety tip, is
hmm
just stay in well-lit areas, stay where it's busy. Don't go off thinking that you've got this shortcut, because you just don't know what's there.
Right. And if you like during the show floor times, like if you get separated for somebody and you need a place to like settle in and just be still for a bit. It's funny. It's funny you brought that up. Funny, not funny, but coincidental that you brought that up, Nancy, because our friend Britt Yenser offered the Hetma booth as a central meeting place. Uh,
Ah,
so if you've got your buddy and you can't find your buddy, or you get lost from your buddy, or somehow stop by the Hetma booth, come in, you know get something, just kind of hang out, and we'll help you kind of find, and at least there'll be a nice central point, and there's good music and good company while you're there, and we're not gonna be busy trying to sell people things, and we'll
extremely low levels of gunpoint.
well, yeah, especially on the show floor. So
Right,
yes,
right.
we would hope. Um, and so yeah, I double that on the show tonight. That yes, please stop by the Hetma booth if you do need, or even just a direction on getting somewhere. I'm sure we could figure out where you need to go, and obviously you could always go to the Afixa booth as well. They'll be more than happy to, since it is their show. I don't want us to claim that we're taking over Infocom, but Joe Way would probably say we're taking over Infocom, but we're
Well,
doing
he
our
would,
Well,
but
it's a
yeah,
great way to meet people.
yes.
Honestly, it's a great way to meet uh, higher education folks from all over.
Oh yeah, we are literally going to be from all over as well. So, um, I just realized we kind of touched on the Education Summit, but there's still space available at the Education Summit on Monday and Tuesday for those higher ed folks that want to get involved, and higher ed adjacent folks such as Murphy. Uh, please stop by, join us for 2 days of great education. panels, small group work. It's gonna be a lot of fun and a lot of information that's gonna be passed along. I'm really looking forward to having everybody there for that. We also, with your admission, well, that's the other thing. Wait, Murphy, if you're gonna be paying for the summit, you're gonna get a ticket to the Higher Ed AV Awards included.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
there you go. We got you covered.
Okay.
You're done. You're there. So
All right, we'll
Excellent.
get a
I want to
table.
be there.
so
I
yes, if
actually put it on the AV in the AM on Sunday. I was like, "Hey, I'm going to go to Infocomm. If anybody wants to see me, hit me up." And people are like, "Are you going to be at the dinner?" I'm like, "That's the plan."
yes, you will be there. So and I will be there. And Nancy, I think you're gonna be
Yep,
there
and
too. Yep.
Renee will be
And
there.
Renee will be
Yep.
there. Yep. I believe James is making an appearance. He is local, so it's easy for him to swing over. So
I'd love
um
to see familiar faces and see faces that aren't familiar and get to know you. That would be
mm,
wonderful.
Yep.
So,
this is a great way to start your Infocom week, I think. So, even if you don't go to the HETMA Education Summit, even though you should, and if you don't, you could just join us for the Higher Ed AV Awards, hang out, meet some people, have a few drinks, hopefully have some laughs because me and Joe Way are hosting again. So that could turn out to be who knows what. But
We bring
um
tomatoes.
mm-mm.
uh, well, it's good thing good if you throw them at Joe,
Or have
um
a sign.
I'm
Boo.
gonna bring a tennis racket with me, and I'll just or maybe a big mallet like Gallagher style, and just start
Yeah.
smashing the.
Yeah. Monty Python style.
There you go. Um. Yeah. So those are two ways to get that week started as well. And then there's AV karaoke on Tuesday night. And there's just it, we hit the ball rolling. We like really hit it going like right off the bat. There's really no it's all gas, no brakes.
Oh, there's a lot going on.
hmm So so yeah, so all right. So now that I made sure we covered all that, let's back to what we were talking about as far as just kind of keeping yourself safe, and I if you even like, I would think you should, yeah, just kind of have that buddy. Don't go alone, unless like you absolutely have to. Like I would find yourself a buddy and make sure that you do those things with that buddy. Or at least have somebody that you could check in with to say, hey, I'm getting in an Uber, a Lyft, I'm heading back to my hotel. Like I'll text you when I get there just so that way, because it is Vegas. So let's just be real about what Vegas is, not that it's dangerous, but there's a lot of people and it's a busy time of year for everybody. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like being in New York City. Like you just need to be ready. Like,
Mm.
so I don't want to scare anybody though.
I think that story of the one crime that happened did also involve an alley. So maybe
Mm,
recommend avoiding alleys, even
Don't
if
look
you're
for shortcuts.
yeah.
also there are no shortcuts. Everything is deceptively far away. It looks close, but it's not because of the desert and the way things work. It's not. So don't fall for that rookie mistake. You can see it. Objects in sight. Objects in Vegas are farther than they appear.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so true, Murphy.
That's a great
Holy
way of
cow.
putting it. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really is true.
Yeah. Mm.
Uh, uh, sorry. Yeah.
Did
Oh,
we
yeah.
cover it?
Maybe you need to stretch. That's the other thing. Stretch before, every day,
Mm.
Stay hydrated and stretch. Yeah. Um, oh, what were my I'm trying to remember. This is going back to my old oh, it's my old retreat days. It's be open, be honest, and be yourself.
Oh,
Those are the three B's. And that applies to anything. Like, we are all quirky and we're all weird and we're all cool and we're all whatever, but we're all ourselves ultimately is what it boils down to. So be open. This is your chance to shine among all of us AV tweeps. So we want to see the real you. So let's let that light shine. Um, so um so be open and be yourself,
and be there.
and be there. But don't be square.
Oh, no, don't be square.
Oh, yeah. And I did the outline thing for those who, weren't watching on YouTube, like Pulp Fiction style.
Mm.
Uh, you know what's weird? I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing what movies are on the flight out to Vegas this time. I don't know why, but I'm actually kind of curious to see what the movies are, because I haven't actually gone to the theater other than to go see like a kids movie and easily a year. Like I saw Top Gun Maverick going to Orlando last year, so I,
My my local theater tried to shut down because, you know,
mm,
COVID and stuff. So they closed and then they're like, you know what, forget it. We're going to sell this theater. And then they decided that they couldn't find a buyer either because who's going to buy a theater? And so they started doing art house movies. So in August, they're showing Lawrence of Arabia. Boo.
wow,
Yeah, we're excited about it. So, yeah, not a recent movie, but
no,
one that
yeah,
is a really good one to see in the theater. So,
mm,
we're excited about that one.
Yeah, but that's cool because there was a theater like that in my university town. And so you got to see a lot of the foreign films and things.
Mm,
And
hmm.
there's an appreciation outside of it being North American, you know, run of the mill Hollywood style.
Right.
So I think that's neat. As long as you have people that appreciate it and
Yeah,
want to
this is a
broaden
college
their
town, so there are
horizon.
people who will do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and there's also a German movie I that my daughter who's studying German, I'm like, you got to see this movie. It's Run Lola Run, which is a great
Oh, I know that one.
it's
Yep.
a great movie. And like,
Yep.
I think you would like it. She goes, it looks very 90s. I'm like, still, it's a good movie. And it's German, so you should watch it.
Yeah. That's
So,
funny. Ah, have her listen to
I feel
90 Balloons.
I was
Yeah.
to say run low. I was to say I feel like I've heard of that, and I don't think I've ever seen it though. And
Yeah.
that like I was like
it's
I've
a good
heard
one.
that one. Yeah.
He's always running. I'm telling you.
That's
Mm.
the thing. Yeah. Well, yeah.
She's got energy.
It had a great soundtrack. It was so good for doing at the gym.
Yeah.
Anyway, because they were running. Anyhow. So yeah,
Yeah. All
movies.
right. Well, yeah, and all right. So any other, because we're getting to our 45-minute mark here. I think I actually might be a little over at this point, but any other last minute bits and pieces? Because as you are listening to us, we will sign off until Infocomm. So we'll be doing 3 recordings while we're there.
Mm,
And then I'll keep an eye out for me on like TikTok, Instagram. I'll put out through the AV life all of the videos. You'll get a couple walking through with Tim's, because I actually back to that Memorial Day party. I actually had one of the dads pull me aside and he goes, "Where has the walking with Tim been?" He's like, "I haven't." I'm like, "Well, I just haven't done one in a while. Weather's been terrible. Like, I just haven't, And he's like, "You
excuses.
got to get it." Yeah, he's like, "You got to get back on that." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So yes, there'll be more walking with Tim's. I got a whole walk from the West Gate to the show
Yeah,
floor every day. So,
that'll be a long
uh,
one.
yeah.
And
So,
he, you might want to get a big glass, a big bottle of cranberry while you're walking.
oh,
to recreate
I
that
need Ocean Spray to
viral.
sponsor. I
Yeah,
need
the
Ocean
ocean
Spray to
spray trans,
sponsor us. Yeah.
just to add a little humor
Yeah.
to it. And you're walking through that very long hallway.
I wonder if I should bring my rollerblades. Hmm.
Oh, you should. Especially if a place
I
to
got
put them if you want to take them off, but you could totally,
I'll have to throw my sneakers in my backpack
you would
and
stand out.
rollerblade. I wonder I wonder if I get the hotel people mad at me though.
You're at Westgate, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think I need to hit the main floor. I could just take the breezeway over and like unless
Mhm.
there's events going on in the ooh. I get all right, I see my
Think about it.
rollerblade. I see the bag with my rollerblades. I
There you
haven't worn them in
go.
like 2 or 3 years, so it's
Uh-huh.
I don't know. We'll see.
Think about
We'll
it.
see.
So if
Could
we see
happen.
splat, then we know that
Yeah, you see Tim
somebody's
with a wrist brace on. It's like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
Well,
But
what could happen? What could happen? Infocom is full of surprises.
that's true. That is
it's
true.
called aging, and we think we're flexible, but we're no longer. And it's not until something happens, and then you go, "Oh,
I'm reminded of that every Wednesday night at softball.
Hmm.
yeah."
I don't know.
So, um, that's the importance of stretching. There you go.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So yeah, last minute thoughts before before we let the folks go.
Um, make connections. Put yourself out there, even if it's uncomfortable, just talking to people on the booth. But the more that you expand your connections and your networking, then that will allow you to be able to be privy to more types of technology, more types of information, etc. So just don't walk on by a booth or walk on and say, okay, you know what, it's too crowded. There's always somebody there that wants to talk to you and, just give you information, answer questions and things. So this show is the place to do it.
I like that. Yep. Murphy.
I am a big user of LinkedIn, so I get everybody that I can on LinkedIn so I can have their contact information.
Yeah.
And that way, I know how to find them later. I go, wait, didn't that guy? Oh yeah. And um, it's a good way to organize the people I connect with.
Yes. And Tim?
Uh, like I said, I'm gonna stick with my three B's. Be open, be
Mhm.
honest, and be yourself. I think that is your and obviously take care of yourself. That's the first and foremost. Like I said, stick with those. Stay hydrated. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna reiterate all the things I already said. So go back and play it again. But um, yeah, I think the be open part is the big part. Yeah, be open to anything that might happen, be open to changes, be open to new connections, be open, that be open is the piece. Um, and who
And
knows what adventures it'll take you.
And make sure you drop by and hang out at the HETMA booth because you will
Yes,
meet a lot of people. I can tell you
yes,
that. C5651, I believe.
that is correct. Where
Yep.
can we find Bose, Nancy? Oh
Ask.
no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Uh,
She'll put it in the Twitter later.
Yes, we will put it out
yeah,
in
I'll put in the Twitter later. You're just
yes.
because I get the numbers mixed up.
That's what
So
I was doing too. I was doing
Easy.
C5156 for a
I'm pretty
while
sure they'll
and
have a really big sign.
yes, I'm sure they will.
you put me on the spot. I'm like, ah.
There'll
Yes,
be a
I
really
will
big
put it.
sign. It starts with
I will
B.
put it in that. 8972 or here, I will
Uh-oh.
tell you, we're on the cool kids aisle. So you've got Aurora Multimedia, and right beside them is us, Bose
Is
Professional.
this alphabetical? A.
No, no, because I could tell you our competitors on the corner, then Aurora Multimedia, then ourselves,
Okay.
some audio company, then Symmetrics. So, but we're on the
Not
aisle.
alphabetical.
North 106.
You will find us. Oh, that's our demo.
That's the demo. Oh,
That's the demo
C89,
room.
C8927.
27. See, and I did 72. 27.
C8927. Sorry, I was looking.
Thank
I
you.
didn't know which one it was. I'm like, because all it says is find booth. It doesn't
Yeah.
say. See, and I just used the Infocomm app to find that information.
Oh, there you
And if
go.
you go to our demo room, N106, we have the Edge Max where it fills the room with full coverage of audio, which HETMA had last year in their booth. So you can go there, and we're introducing a new one into the family.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
And that is on when you go search for Bose Professionals in the showroom, it says Edge Max was the first
Yep.
product there.
Yep.
So,
So there's
so
your
there,
chance.
there you go. So, all right, folks. Well, Nancy Murphy, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Yeah.
I'm excited because the next time I see the two of you, it's going to be in real life.
Wow.
So it's gonna be a fun 2 weeks until we're all together again.
Yep. Happy you're
So
coming, Murphy.
yeah,
Yeah.
all right,
Thank you.
good. Glad to be seeing you.
Mm-hmm.
So awesome. Well, hopefully we get to see all of our listening friends out there as well. To those of you who are listening on Monday, or maybe you're listening a little bit later as you are traveling to Infocomm, safe travels. Please take care of yourself. We would love to see you on the floor, C5651 at the Hetma booth. Stop by, say hi, get your water bottle, get your squeezy toy. Get a high five, whatever you want. Just stop by, say hi. And we can't wait to see you at Infocom 2024. And as always, until our next adventure.